I mean, that still shows resilience to me, man. Because like your cousin could have organized that joint, and you could have been like, yeah, but I'm not ready. I didn't mean now. I meant like 3 months from now, or whatever. So that shows like a willingness from you, bro, to be like, okay, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna stick to what I said I'm gonna do. So
and also because like God always says, be ready.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then the way I looked at it was, you know what? I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna do the best I can. I won, by the way. You know what I'm saying? But just so people.
By the way,
right? By the way,
man. You know
right?
what I'm saying?
Like, but people always say to be ready. To always be ready, and that it's not about just your lyrics and this and that. It's about your message. You know what I'm saying? And so when I went out there, I realized, you know what? I have a message.
Yeah.
I have a message. I have something to say that's different than anybody's ever said before, and that's about God. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna give it the best. I'm gonna give it my all, and just let them hear about God. And that's whether win or lose. Because honestly, when I go into a battle, just being real, I could care less about winning or losing. You know what I'm saying? That's not what's on my mind.
That's big.
My mindset is the person in front of me, their soul. Like, that's what's more important to me. Because all this stuff we see, the houses, the land, all this, it's not forever. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you're gonna die. You feel me? So it's like, how do you want to be remembered? You know what I'm saying? And so every time I step on that stage, I think about that. How do I want to be remembered?
Right.
I want to be remembered as that person that reached out to people, when nobody else would. I want to be the person that said something in a battle that nobody that most Christians or most people in general was afraid to say or afraid to do. So I'm kind of like that voice for people who don't have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, that's beautiful, man. That's powerful, man. And you said when you said doing something that hasn't been done before, right? So you made me think about the fact that there are other Christian battle rappers out there, right? So has there are there any that you check for, or just talk about just other Christians, because obviously you may have had, I think you probably saw that this was a possibility maybe by watching other people, but then you came with your own thing. I mean, I could just be assuming that, but talk to me about that, like other Christian battle rappers. What's your view, or maybe if there's any that come to mind, or even if it was way back in the days that helped you, that influenced you or inspired, anything like that?
I would definitely say, so I've always had the idea before there were any, like, I guess you could say other quote unquote Christian battle rappers, right? It was just a matter of manifesting it. And, right. I say quote unquote, but you're gonna get into that. But it's like, I could say, like, let's take the Saga, right? So, people look at him as a Christian battle rapper because, he does in some form believe in God, but I'll just be honest, respectfully to him, I've never personally looked at him, as a Christian battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? I've always looked at him as a rapper who knows God. There's a difference.
Okay.
Right? And so, anybody can just get up there, and rap and just and say, yeah, Jesus this or Jesus that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, what is your message? What is your point today? You know what I'm saying? And so, but to answer your question, he was part of an influence on me because he was one of the first to kind of implement Christ, in the midst of his lyrics.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so I saw that, and was like, oh, I can do that. And I don't do it like that, but I have a way that I can go about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so, to answer that question.
Okay. Yeah. That's, man, that's an interesting analysis there, man. Rappers who, I'm trying to remember how you phrase it. Your rappers who know about God or something like that.
Yeah, no, I was saying
battle rappers who know about God.
Yeah,
and then Christian rappers are different.
Like this. You can know who God is, but God might not necessarily know you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, when it comes to that, and let's just get right to it. You know what I'm saying? What I'm referring to is, in your lyrics, when if you have the word, I guess you could say, in you, or God's word is in you, you don't want to offend or disrespect, your opponent.
Right.
Right, and that's tough. Let's keep it real. That's very tough. So I understand. It's very tough to do, you know, in battle form because everybody's expecting you to curse him out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Tell him you're going to shoot him 10,000 times and he's going to die and come back to life. And, you know, you know how it goes. You know, but that, and, you know, in my battles, that's not something that I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what separates me from all the other ones. Mm-hmm. You know, is, you know, they do curse, you know, in their battles. Mm. You know, which is definitely not you know, God's way. And then they you know, they blaspheme and things of that nature, but they tie it into God, you know. But, you know, I don't want to spend too much time, you know, speaking on them. You know, I just want to talk about what I'm here to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And just let the people speak. You know, and they just see the difference. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Nah, I respect that, man. I think so. It just sounds like, so the heart of what you're saying is more so like there's kind of there's a battle rap approach that includes some sort of idea of God within it, but still somehow seeks for itself, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a form, what you do, which is really more like it's actually just evangelistic. Like your point is like you're an evangelist basically on stage,
right?
You know, battling somebody, quote unquote, but your main goal is to lyrically try to present, you know, the gospel message to them, or you know, obviously maybe not in its totality,
right?
But giving them something of that to make them question where they stand with God and basically want to hopefully, you know, come after, you know, the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Turn their lives over to the Lord and realize that whatever they're doing is not going to get them to eternity. You know what I mean? With God, eternity with God. There.
Right.
So,
and I'll say,
powerful. That's powerful, bro.
Yeah, you know, and I thank you, and I'll say this, you know, one of the biggest things, right? Like one of the biggest things that I would say people argue, I guess you say with Christian battle rappers is like gun bars. Right? So like, oh, he's using the gun bar. Oh, he's not holy, right? So this is the thing, right? When it comes to that, right? It's not about using gun bars, right? It's about what you're saying with the gun bar. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference,
right?
You know, a lot. And when I say that, I mean a lot of the other, like, you know, quote unquote Christian rappers. Or battle rappers, you know, they tell their opponents they're gonna shoot them in their head and they're gonna die, you know, 11 times, and you know, and then Jesus will pick them back up, and then pray for you, you know, pray that the bullet didn't go out the, you know, you know, things like that. But in my battles, like, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do that. Like, I come completely, you know, positive, but it's raw. And it's real. My message is real. That's the biggest thing. Now, I'm not going to say how I go about doing what I do, because that's, you know, for your honor, you know, when I see him on August 7th, you know what I'm saying? So he ain't about to get all the sauce, you know. But it's a way that I go about what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what y'all going to get to see on August 7th. When I go against, you know, respectively, URL's own Your Honor. Very good battle rapper, you know, super dope, very charismatic, you know, and he, you know, definitely a rising star, you know, over there on the URL. But, you know, there's some things that me and him got to talk about. You know, there's some things we got to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that's something that a lot of people, I think this battle is something that a lot of people are really going to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? They're really going to have a lot of replay value and things like that. Because the thing about both of us is, I would say, you know, is we're both very charismatic type people and exciting. You know what I'm saying? And we both know how to, you know, control the crowd and things of that nature, and you just get everybody kind of hyped. You know what I'm saying? So I think I would say we're definitely gonna have battle of the night. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
Okay, all right.
It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those ones.
Yeah.
And then people haven't seen me in a while. You know what I'm saying? I haven't battled in like what?
It's been a while for real, bro. When's the last time?
It's been about 3 years. I'm going on 4.
3 years. Wow, that's a hiatus right there.
Yeah, it's been about 3 years. You know, just growing in my life.
Yeah.
Different things happening here and there. You know?
I mean, you can't even count 2020 because that's the pandemic.
Right.
Like, that year is kind of like deleted off of, like, you know what I'm saying, like a year that you could have done stuff anyway. So
yeah.